Good afternoon, sir.
Head of
I am
Department
Dr.
Physics.
Shivprakash.
Good afternoon.
We have already conducted a collaborative robot workshop. We have already allocated one special session for Industry 4.0.
Very good.
Then another session for the interaction with the industry, and more than 20 engineers from 10 industry they have already attended, sir. So that is for your information. Then another
Very good
question
initiative.
is,
Very good initiative.
okay. Then another question is, what is your opinion about filing patents? Because I have filed 2 Indian patents and 1 Indian patent published in the Indian Patent Journal. Then by this February this year, I have filed one international patent, PCT. Then recently I have received international search report, positive indication, and my patent will be published in the International Patent Journal within 2 months, sir.
Great, congratulations. It's a
Thanks,
good
sir.
initiative. You are in a path of progress to make your students to adopt industrial 4.0. But my suggestion is to not only 4.0, you aim at 5.0 so that you prepare them, because India 4.0 will be a strong opposition, because this is ruling out our employment workforce. 5.0 will be able to adaptable, and we should be able to adopt 5.0 so that we can create a future society which is working in tandem with machine and human intelligence. So you can also focus on that. And with reference to the patent filing, certainly your patent should be able to bring a product. Your patent should be able to bring a mission-oriented objective. So I hope you will be focusing, and you may have focused already on that. And better to file a PCT, and so that it can reach across the world, because whatever we do in India is applicable to the 3 billion population living across the world, a developing country, even though it may not be suitable for the developed nations. But whatever you do from the already established patent, you focus on water, energy, agriculture, environment, and then industry and manufacturing. These sectors, there are a lot of challenges which you can file a patent. And certainly in your own physics area, a great novel idea are there which can empower empower India if you focus on the patenting. I don't know which area you have patented, but my hearty congratulations to you for moving ahead and showing the path for institutional success. My greetings to you. Thank you, sir.
So I have filed PCT patent, sir. I have filed that. Then I have received international search report also. I'm focusing on ballistic missile, that is modified re-entry vehicle design system. So that is my area.
Very good, very good. That is very, very important, because in the defense, the re-entry vehicle, the reusable launch vehicle are going to be the next future mission. So re-entry vehicle, air breathing system, and the kind of a re-entry launch vehicle from single stage to orbit to multi-stage to orbit. So many areas are very, very possible areas in the space, as well as aerospace and the aeronautics. Certainly your area of research is really appreciate. I appreciate the research which you are initiated, and certainly this patent, you just work with DRDO, you enter into the project mode with the DRDO, and then work for a patenting for a challenging task which they are facing now. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, very good afternoon, sir. I am Dr. Thamarakan, Thomas Professor. As for a new education policy, in the draft, I have noticed that under a single roof, it means in one campus, we will have multi-dimensions of education system. It means curriculums, engineering, agri, marine, linguistic, arts and science, everything. So under the single campus, under a single roof, we will have multi-dimensions of various curriculum and everything. My point is, my clarification is, since our India is rural-based economy and village-based education system, is it possible to implement in our country? Because our students have to travel for long distance to reach this campus to have their education. Otherwise, every day it is not possible to come over and come back. They have to stay. So economically poor and weaker sections of students, how they will manage this type of nature of education? Is it possible to implement, sir? to what extent your clarifications, please?
Dr. Thamarakannan, right question, because it is a difficult proposition. See, the main idea of multidisciplinary is based on the research. The research is not on a single discipline basis. The research is for multidisciplinary, because interdisciplinary research is the need of the hour. So, but the policy, like, you know, see, when we talk about a particular research, instead of focusing on the research, they are creating multidisciplinary university. Teaching is different from research. See, teaching should not be clubbed with research at the undergraduate level, because you need to have a research focus, but does not mean that you have to bring everything under a single roof. It can be, the multidisciplinary research can be at the state level or at the district level, but not at the every level. It is not possible. Or at the regional level, we can have a multidisciplinary research institutions, but teaching institutions should be separate, because teaching institutions should be separate. Because once you enter into research, suppose you go for a medical and engineering, medical is different, engineering is different as of now. But there is a biomedical engineering as a one subject available with the engineering subject. But if you have a medical and engineering together, and we can have both biomedical subject can work in tandem and collaboration with each other, and they can produce a innovative, mission-oriented product research. So at the research level, at the top level, you can have multidisciplinary universities, not at the district level. Maybe at the regional level, at the state level, you can have. But at the district level or at the tier 2 city level, you need to have a unitary, a disciplinary level kind of a education itself is enough. It is suitable with reference to our economical condition, and that is enough. That will be ideal. That will be ideal. But your fear is true. Your fear is sustainable. So that is why, because achieving multidisciplinary education after 30 years is a long way to go. I don't know it will achieve its end, because when you do not have a proper policy to achieve that, which is not going to be a reality soon. Thank you, sir. Your mic is off.
Sorry, sir. One more doubt, sir. With regard to new education policy, my perception, my observation is all the state governments are going to lose its autonomy in regard to education system, isn't it, sir? So, as per the new education policy, the central government is empowered many things. So, the hands of the state governments are tied up. Regarding this aspects, what about your valuable suggestions and points, sir?
See, as you said, the national education policy intrudes into the state autonomy in a bigger way, which will lead to multiple legislative fight, and which is not going to be the cakewalk for the national education policy to be implemented as envisioned by the central government. So, yes, state government who wanted to be subservient to the central government can only adopt and create a problem for the state. Okay, but a state government who wanted to ensure the state autonomy will not accept and adopt the policy NEP as its entirety. So there are, I have pointed out many areas of controversy, many areas of confrontation, many areas of intrusion, either it is a school education or higher education or research. So the total, the NEP itself is a total lack of vision for the next 30 years. So when the NEP is lacking the vision for next 30 years, this policy is going to be a half-cooked policy, which will suit narrow-minded, narrow-ended objectives of a ruling government, nothing else. It is not for the economy to prosper. It is not for India to become an economically developed nation. The mere act of degrading a Ministry of Human Resource and Development to a simple Ministry of Education itself is a retrograde step by the central government, which itself shows their vision has narrowed down to a lower level. Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you very much, sir, for your wonderful clarification. Thank you. Very kind of you, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Sir, I wanted to have a small clarification. I'm Rajagopal.
Yes, Dr. Rajagopal. Yes, sir.
as all of us know, as you have also presented so far in depth, the role of teachers either in the higher education or in the school level is vital to shape the nation, because teachers are the backbone, and every UGC pay revision, the first paragraph will mention the importance of teachers and teaching. However, in the last few decades, I can boldly say in the last few decades, all of us know we need not deliberately speak about that, what is happening in higher education. Politics has included. Therefore, decision making, policy making, suggestions, ideas should go from the teachers. Instead, we are getting instruction from the administrators. What is the responsibility of teachers in this respect, and how the teachers can react?
You are absolutely correct, sir. Because if the reform comes from the top, the reform does not simply come from the top unless you get a real ground level feedback from the teachers who are teaching and who are facing the students. There are many challenges for the teachers today. The students, the input to you from the school is not up to the mark. That means the input what you are getting is not, you are not able to focus on the quality of education which you have to impart them, and you are not able to focus on the way you wanted to prepare them to achieve higher academic standards. That means you have to spend your much time in making them even to understand the subject. So that is one of the basic problem that every teacher is facing. And second level, the technology adoption, the kind of the laboratory environment what you have is not comparable with the kind of the global standard. So the kind of the information which is available today in the public domain and the kind of the syllabus what you are teaching them, there is a big gap. That means empowering you and evolving the teachers with a kind of a right kind of an ecosystem to empower themselves, to adopt themselves, to get motivated to do research. All these things are lacking. To attend a seminar, to international conference, and to publish a paper, and to everything is becoming a kind of a customary situation rather than a kind of a achieving target. So there is a gap again. So and also a kind of an indifferent attitude towards a government institution, a private institution, and other institution for research. A research or innovation come from anywhere. It does not matter whether it is come from only from the government-sponsored institution or a private institution, means it is a low-grade institution. You see, these kind of a situation should not be encouraged. So the challenge is anywhere, wherever there is a quality innovation, there is a quality research, the academic performance is higher, and the contribution to the research is higher, they should be properly rewarded, and that should be properly awarded, and they have to be incentivized to do the research. Then only the teaching and research and teaching. So research, teaching, research. These are the three cycle combination. Teaching, research, teaching have to be in cycle. Without that, you can't empower the teaching. You can't empower the teachers. So our system of funding, our system of today, the funding from the UGC or funding from the state and central government or funding from the R&D institutions having a kind of a partial attitude towards the teachers and towards institution, towards the state government, which is not going to take us to any level. So it is essential to get the feedback from the teachers at the ground level and understand their difficulties, understand the problem, and creating an enabling environment for the teacher and the student to work in tandem to achieve the objective of the institution or the country. So that should be the objective. And certainly this lack of potential, this NEP, even though it talks about it, the implementation, it is going to be a failure. Implementation cannot be possible because there is no clarity. It's completely lack of clarity which is there in the NEP, which will lead to bureaucrats to tune their laws and the rules, regulations for their benefit of the ruling class, for their benefit, because there is no clarity, there is no, any statement or a vision should be unambiguous. Any ambiguous vision will always lead to confusion. Thank you.
as you said, there are several places in NEP, they are speaking very high, like mountain, but they have not spoken about the ways and means.
Yes, exactly.
And I have typed you a message also that in this NEP, whether they have suggested any methodology to make the education system to be knowledge-based or understandability.
No, not at all, not at all, not at all. They are leaving to the focus itself, the vision is still not there. That's what I told you. Yeah, any education policy should work for the economic vision of the nation. Education policy should be drafted, should be evolved to meet the next 20 to 30 years of the vision of the country. Where we have to take our country to which place, whom we are going to compete, how we are going to make our nation an economically empowered nation, in what way you are going to do. That should be the objective to draft a vision. To meet this objective, this economic objective, this knowledge objective, this innovation objective, we are going to prepare this kind of potential human resource. And to prepare this potential human resource, this is going to be our school system. This kind of a graded vision. To achieve that vision, we are preparing this kind of a education policy means then it is matching. There is no way it is mentioned. There is nowhere it has find a place on it. So that's what I am telling you. It is a lack of vision. The NEP is a complete lack of vision for the next 30 years. That means it is a half-cooked vision, and which is not going to meet the objective, which will get into the entangle into the legislative objection between the state and the center.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. You have once again emphasized it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Problem.
I am Vaidyalinga from the mathematics department, sir.
Yes, Dr.
Sir, in our country, in our recent days, all of you have seen the job opportunities are only based on the competitive exams. But as you said earlier in your speech, only you have concentrated in a national education policy. The universities are concentrated only on the research area. The colleges, higher education colleges also concentrate on the research area only. When we go on a research area, we have to concentrate particular area only, means it is not enough to clearing these kind of competitive exams in this competitive world. This is the lacking in our national education policy, sir.
See, competitive examination, national education policy is not preparing you as employer. It is preparing you, it is filtering you on for studying itself for higher education. For higher education study itself, it is filtering you through entrance examination. There is nowhere it is preparing you for employment. Where is the employment examination? If you clear your graduation, is it assured that you will get a job? No, it is not. See, when you prepare graduates, whether it is arts or science or engineering, where is your policy for employment? Where is the policy for industry? Where is the policy for industrial growth? Where is the policy for manufacturing sector growth? Where our manufacturing sector is growing now? Our total economy itself is minus 23.9%. Even after COVID recovery, if you could, when it will achieve 10% growth rate for next 10 years, where is the assurance? Then what is the meaning of preparing the graduates for undefined economy, for undefined objective of employment? There is nowhere. So it is the question of, see, as I told you, the entire global economy is going to be moving towards gig economy. The entire employment is going to be on a contractual employment. The entire sector is going to focus on employing people who work from home, to assure work from home. So the entire ruling, the payment terms is going to be what you work and what you get. What is the time and effort model? A fixed pay model. You complete the work, for the quantity you will be paid. There is no question of a continuous employment assurance. There is no question of a kind of a social security after your employment. Hiring and firing is going to be the order of the day. This is the kind of the scenario the country is going towards. Then why? What is the question of preparing graduates? For what? For you are preparing the graduates? What for you are preparing your human resource? That is the problem. So when the country is moving towards a kind of a gig economy, you need to prepare them to be adaptable, to be agile, to the matching any kind of a challenges, any kind of the job requirement. A person, even with the physics, should be able to work in a chemistry laboratory. A person who are engineering should be able to work in an agriculture field. Then where is there? How do we create a human resource? If you are floating around to meet the global demand, if you do not have a policy of creating a manpower for build the nation with the evergreen revolution, you need a huge manpower on agriculture and agro-food processing and agriculture related activity. Completely the ecosystem has to be defined for the next 20 years to beat China on giving the food to the people of the world, 9 billion people of the world. Where is your vision? Where is your plan? Where is the plan for the government? Without having plan, how do you prepare the human resource? You have to prepare, you have to reduce your import, substitute import. That means you have to prepare your products and systems and services to replace the import substitution. And where is the plan for that? In the industrial sector, in the manufacturing sector, in the service sector, where is the plan? So you need to have a plan. Then only you can prepare the people. Today, you see what is the enrollment for engineering. Today, the result has come out after last 1 month of this counseling. Out of 1,62,000 seats, engineering seats, only 71,000 is got filled up. Only 71,000 got filled up, less than 50%. Less than 50%. Maybe around 35 to 40% only got filled up. That means the students lost the hope. The government will give the employment even if you do. To work in Swiggy and Uber Eats and to work in a media industry, why you need to complete BE? What is the need? It means country has not given the vision for the youth. Country is not given the vision for the education institutions. When the entire employment scenario is completely topsy-turvy, if it is not changing,
I feel that
the question of professors working, the question of the faculty members working today is again going to be a question whether you get employment continuously or not. It's going to be a big question mark. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I get clear, sir. Sir, one more doubt, sir. In our Kothari Commission, we should know clearly 10 plus 2 plus 3 pattern. And what you suggest 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 patterns are here? What are the age groups to that?
5 plus means 3 years to 7 years. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 3 years to 7 years is the 5 pattern. And then 3 years, that means second standard to third standard to third, fourth, fifth, another 3 years. Then 6th, 7th, 8th, another 3 years. Then 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th is another 4 years. 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Dr. Maitli, sir. As you said about the multidisciplinary institutions which need to be the developing scenario of any nation, I could come across the words like single stream higher educations will be phased out over time. But my question is, as you already answered MTK Thamarikanan sir's question, are we ready with the implementing strategies or methodologies that to adopt? We were not ready. Then how could we feel that the need of the hour will be satisfied? Definitely, it's a $1 million question here, sir. And also, I find the repeated word like autonomy throughout the higher education draft. And it also says that the autonomy of public institutions will be backed up by adequate public financial support. And the next word it comes such as like private institutions with public spirited commitment to high quality equitable education will be encouraged. So it seems that the government is moving away from its responsibility of giving a high quality education, or is it moving towards the privatization of in education field too? That it stands as a question only, no sir.
Simply, if you put it, you yearn for your own bread, okay? They will make you to earn your own bread, and you make yourself autonomy. And there is not going to be any funding which is going to come to you as a private institutions. So there is going to be, unless the institution, even a public universities are going to make to earn their livelihood. You see, this Anna University of Institute of Excellence, you earn your own resource. Even then, you are getting funding. You earn your own resource from the students' fees, or you earn your own resource from the academic industry collaboration. So it is a question of autonomy will ultimately lead you to make yourself survive by your own.
So that must be encouraged. Is it?
They're encouraging like that, because see, how come you are when they have opened 100% FDI route for the higher education sector, when a MIT from US or a kind of a Stanford from US comes to India and fight with Madras University with a kind of a equivalent amount of fees, which university our students will join? Let me know. Tell me. That means you will be made to compete with the giants without arming yourself. Without equipping yourself, you will be made to compete with the giants. That is going to be the order of the day. Unless you adopt, you modify your syllabus, you attract the students by the faculty, strengthening the faculty, you empower, you create a digital environment for your school, for your college, you make an online learning system as order of the day, you create a digital classrooms, you empower your faculty member with research and patenting and innovation capabilities. It is very, very difficult to compete with the international giants in education.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir, for clarifying our queries. Now it is the time for thank the gathering.